Morning. Welcome to Rustic River Millworks. This is just going to be a little quickie. It's about some of the food that I'm making this morning. It's Saturday morning. It's raining. I still want to try to get to the sawmill, but I'm going to eat me some breakfast first, and I thought I'd bring you along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say this is my catch-all breakfast. So I go in the refrigerator. I look for anything that's left over: steak, chicken. It's mainly steak though. So I got some steak, cut up a little bit of onion, get some leftover potatoes. Those are the best. Cut them up, put them in some olive oil in the frying pan. And the only season I use is a little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt, and some pepper. And that's it. Start with the potatoes first, get them fried up, add some onions, get some flavor in there, and then put the meat, because I don't like my steak overcooked. And then I throw in about 2, 3, 4 eggs and scramble it all up together. That's a good breakfast. Some people call it a farmer's breakfast. If you ate in Germany for breakfast, that's what you got. Other than that, it was a Brötchen. Yeah, so it's a catch-all scrambled breakfast. So I'm going to get things hot and rolling. I'll bring you back and show you as I start cooking. All right. Okay, so I got my potatoes in here. Let me turn it down just a little so you can see. Yeah, so I got my potatoes in here and my olive oil. They've been going for a few minutes. And I'm just going to take a little bit of pepper. I love pepper though. And I'm going to take a little bit of garlic. Not much. And a little bit of salt. And just going to pick that up and get that going, get some flavor. I want to give a little shout out to my friend Henry. I'm going to challenge him to cook some breakfast and throw it up. On YouTube, and we're gonna, back in the day they used to have, a couple years ago before the pandemic, they had this thing. I never really did it, but it's cool, so I want to do it, and it's called a steak challenge. A bunch of YouTube people, guys, got together and did a steak challenge to cook the steak. They showed how they cooked it, and then they sat around and talked about men's health with me and Henry and a lot of the guys that I'm friends with. We're nurses, so what better way than to bring about some men's health and eat what we like the most, and that's steak. So we are going to bring that back. Yeah, we'll talk about it more, but that's something that me and Henry has talked about. So alrighty then. So now this is getting fried up. I'm going to do my onions. Oh yes, this is looking good. I'm going to add a little bit more oil. Hear that pop? This is looking good, smelling good. I don't know if you can't see it, but it's browning up good. So when I challenge Henry, he's a good cook, so I don't put no money on it. It's just friendly challenges. Look what I'm doing today, look what you did today, that kind of thing. And then of course my brother, Matthew, he's a good cook too, and he's a griller. He likes to do that fancy grilling stuff, and so we'll see a couple of his videos on here shortly. Right. Man, that weather, it's windy out here this morning. It's already poured twice. I'm hoping it clears up a little bit because I like to get out to the sawmill today, and I want to do some mantles. I got some mantles that I got some cedar that I want to cut into mantle. I have a pecan mantle, and I just want to clean them up and actually start finishing them out. So I hope I can get out there to do it today. If not, maybe I'll just go out in the shop and do some epoxy serving boards. Yeah, maybe I'll do some live edge river serving boards. So, okay. Well, I'm going to stir this up a little bit. Well, you know what? I'm already ready for the meat. I'm going to put the meat in there. Just going to give it some, oh yeah. This is good here. Okay. It is already smelling good. Oh, by the way, these things here, I made these. This is a oak spatula stir. You know, it's not like a spatula to flip things. It's just to stir things. And this is a cedar one. We use these the most in our kitchen to do just about everything. We love this. My wife loves these. I made them. She needed something, and so I made these, and I ended up making several different types and spoons, and from even pine. I made some from pine. People's like, oh, it's gonna throw the flavor out. Nope. Soaked them in olive oil, baked them in olive oil, and we don't taste any flavors, but I usually use the oak ones, or I have a hickory, cedar. But man, these are our two favorites right here. They ain't even fancy, nothing to them, but just cut them out on the bandsaw, sanded them down, put them in the oven, killed any bugs, put some oil on them. So, but yeah, anybody can do these. Maybe I'll do a video one day doing this too. Alright, let's get back to cooking. Oh yeah, that flavor from the steak, because that steak has some real good flavor on it. With these onions, potatoes. Okay, like I said, I don't like to overcook. I don't like to overcook my eggs. My meat. So I'm ready to throw in these eggs. Oh yeah. Sorry about that, but man, there's something about eggs. I can't stand them touching my hands. I gotta wash my hands immediately. I don't know. Maybe it's from microbiology class or something. Something I picked up nursing school about killed me. I had every disease in the book. I can't touch anything anymore because I know the bacteria that's on it. But anyway. Nursing school, medical school, it can mess people up. But anyways, it just stuck with me. Gotta wash my hands every time I touch eggs. Anything that reminds me of salmonella, or, I don't know. But man, look at this. This is looking good. Can you see that? Oh yeah. Eggs are already cooked. Mix that in there with my meat. my onions, my potatoes. Oh yeah, this is good. Let that sizzle. Put everything away. This goes in the wash. Okay, y'all have a good day. You saw the breakfast. I'm gonna go eat this, and like I said, hopefully get out to the mill today, or at least in the shop. The weather's gonna determine which way I go. But y'all have a good one, and we'll bring you back next time. See you next time on Rustic River Millworks.